Issues about finance are things that you don't wait till you're married before you start discussing it, because you need to understand the person's financial orientation. And if you're married to someone who really doesn't believe in working but believe in spending, you're already in for a mess, because obviously they are expecting more than you can give. And when they start comparing you with another person and say, oh, this person is doing this for his spouse and this other person is doing it, there's a problem on ground already. So when you look at family finance, these are questions you need to ask before you get married to someone. Understand this person's idea about income. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Because some people will tell you, oh, I want to do business, but they really don't know what business entails. They really don't know how to go about doing business. That's why you will hear that they gave somebody 5 million, 15 million, and in less than a year, the person is broke. You understand me?
Yeah.
There's this story I read a few days ago about that. Is it Dr. Water? That guy that they gave that was selling water in the park.
Okay. That someone gifted and they opened a
A big shop for him.
Yeah.
I heard he's begging for money again, that he misused the first money. You understand me? These things are terrible. You don't understand. Okay, you think like, okay, they spent about 15 million on you, and you think that the millions of money while you're spending it will not finish. That means you have a very wrong financial orientation, and you don't know that you should regulate your expenses, because if your expenses is more than your income, no matter how much you have as a capital, it will finish. So in other words, you should be able to know what your income per day is and be able to regulate your expenditure not to be more than your income. So when we look at these things holistically, why is it causing a lot of problem? Because one, your expectation is a challenge. What are you expecting from someone who has a small store in the street, and you're expecting him to buy a hair of maybe 150, 200,000? His entire what's it called? Profit is not up to that. So he has to dip hand into his capital to spend on you. So if you don't discuss that, if the couple are civil servants and their general income in a month, let's assume, is about 500,000 to 600,000 a month, but their expenses in a month is more than 800,000, it means that they are living in deficit. You understand me? Everly, they will be borrowing to make up.
And then note also, you said if the couple earns 600, sometimes the wife would just bring a fraction of what she earns.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on the wife though, sometimes, because women have this thing, my money is my money, money is our money. So it's sometimes it might not really be 600,000
on ground.
But
the point is this: when we look at some of those cultural or ideas that affect our coming together to build, because the only thing that separates, you see, people don't care about what they do with their body, but they care about what they do with their money.
Yeah.
You understand me? You really don't care where somebody is coming from, but you can give the person your body. But you are not careful. You are more careful to protect your money than your body. Do you understand me? Now, in a marriage, if both of them are married, the situation should be like what Genesis said, that they were both naked and were not ashamed. The woman should be able to know what the income of the man is every month. Understand me? Yeah. It's not supposed to belittle or send any wrong signal against it.
It's a man.
Yes.
Because she knows what to expect. What not to expect.
But in a situation where a man is trying to hide some things and all that, and sometimes they might have justifiable reasons to do that, because sometimes some persons will say that if I tell my wife I have 1 million naira, she will never rest till that 1 million naira is spent. So they are careful about exposing that. And that's why some of these things are important. You discuss it early
before you get into marriage proper.
Know this person's financial mentality as a mindset. Is this somebody that spends? Is this somebody that can be able to save? Because there are people that, as long as they know you have money, that money has to be spent. And when you're talking about saving, it sounds strange to them because they don't come. And funny enough, some of them come from that background or that religious background where they believe that, oh, it is God that brought this one, the God that brought this one will bring another one. Do you understand me? But the Bible says that everything that God has given us will be accounted for, including our money, how we spend our money, how we live our life, the things we do. Do you understand me? Because there are some things that God give you access to. Why? Because there are people that He expects you to help or build. But when you don't, I used to tell people this, when even the scripture said that He will give you the wealth of the Gentiles, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Gentile will just die, you go and take over their house. Do you understand me?
Yes.
It means that they may have need.
And you have the capacity.
And you have the capacity to either solve it, or maybe the person wants to sell a land and he has a pressing need. Instead of a land of maybe 15, 20 million, he's now selling at 7 million.
Yeah.
And if you, as a believer, do not have savings, you can't get it.
Yes.
Do you understand me? It might be a car of 30-something million, and the person says,
like 5 million.
That's the point. So if you don't have financial discipline, there are some blessings that will pass you by, no matter how much you pray.
And it's not your village people.